Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Let's Draw on Something. I am your host, Craig Ep.20 II here, along with my boy Jimmy JSmoove, who represents the 832. Y'all know how you do, and if y'all don't, get a clue and try something new. On today's episode, we talk about the NFL Hall of Fame with the speeches, what Jimmy J and I thought about it. Jimmy J's usual boxing news. We got some college football talk and some game. Also, we're gonna put some people on the jack, and I got a major announcement in regards to Let's Draw on Something, because when I was announcing it, I think all of a sudden Jimmy J's phone had decided to fuck the show up. When I was making that announcement. So without further ado, what's going on, Jimmy J?
What's popping and what's dropping, man? So tell me something good about this Hall of Fame, man. Hall of Fame ceremony, man.
Man, I watched it a little bit, man. It was pretty good. They inducted one of the guys who used to play on the Houston Oilers. And he had a little good tidbit, some information in 1975 draft. I think his name was Robert. I forgot his last name. He had some little funny little last name. He and Walter Payton, because they said that Jackson State class of 1975 had the most people drafted in NFL, which is unheard of. Because he and Walter Payton went first round. I forgot his name, but what's his name? Jerry Kramer of the Packers. He got inducted in. His speech is okay, but bar none, and your boy Brian Urlacher, I call him Urslacher. He talked in depth. He had his speech was pretty good and stuff. His speech and everything. But the best speech, bar none, from last night, it goes to Brian Dawkins. Enough said. I mean, people. I'm not gonna get detailed about it. People getting it. Everybody's speeches is up on YouTube. If people haven't checked out the speech on when the Hall of Fame was on last night, the clip is up on YouTube. It was good, man. I mean, he in detail about all the struggles he went through. Growing up in in the roughest part of the burbs in Jacksonville, Florida. And he shared a little bit of history. He said his father was the first black African American to win a PGA golf game, PGA Tour golf game, and which is pretty good. What's his name? Robert Dawkins Sr. That's his dad. He talked about his mom. She battled a stroke and a heart attack, and everything else. So he got some fighters. He got some fighters in his family, man. And he said he even battled, was battling stages of depression and all that. So it was well deserved. Him being in there for the first time from his first go round was well deserved. Randy Moss's speech was good, but yet typical Randy fashion, he disappointed me. Like everybody said in the comments, Randy, I think it was you that said it on the Sport Talk thing, or Corey Wolf, big shout out to him. Randy did some old fuck shit off the field too. Okay, but one thing I can say about Randy is the fuck shit that he did off the field. He never went to jail. His name never linked up to PEDs or anything like that. His off the field shit was football related. So that's a knock on him. And then he never mentioned Chris Carter in the damn speech. He gave props to Coach Green though. But he didn't give props to Chris Carter on none of it. Huh?
I mean, when you get in the Hall of Fame, I feel like you do what you do, man. Sometimes people just forget motherfuckers sometimes, man. And then Chris Carter was on some fuck shit too. Now let's not get it twisted. So,
yeah. I already know. He'll admit he admitted that in the past too now.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna fault him because it's a lot of people to think, you know what I'm saying? Because like when you get up on there and have a Hall of Fame speech or even an award speech, man, it's a lot of motherfuckers to think even before you even get into the NFL as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm not gonna harp on that too much as well. You know what I'm saying? I think he should have had to thank Chris Carter, of course. You know what I'm saying? along with some other people. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people to think if you're gonna be technical about it. You know, you got to think about the offensive coordinators, the receivers coach, you know, the
Yeah.
offensive coordinators that you had at Marshall and stuff like that. Because like had he not had that
Yeah,
five touchdown game in that MAC conference tournament, MAC conference championship, he probably would not even made the NFL. Because think about it, Randy Moss barely made the NFL. He was like a 80
yeah.
something pick or some shit like that. He barely made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah, but
turned out to be,
Dennis Green took him first round though.
say what now?
Dennis Green took him first round.
Yeah, but he barely made it. I mean, he just got lucky.
Yeah.
He just got lucky. That was one of those things right there. And that MAC conference championship played a major part of that. So I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah. But but then a lot of people booed when he thanked Tom. Yeah, who can't forget when him and Tom Shady both broke records on the same night when he caught his 23rd touchdown reception that Tom Brady broke the 50 touchdown thing. So I think that was the year the quarterback. You had about like 3 months. I think three or four quarterbacks. Well, I think what was one year. Yeah, that was the year when you had Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford, Drew Brees, and Eli Manning. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Matthew Stafford both had passed for over 5,000 yards, and it was Brady that went over. Was the second dude to have like 50 over 50 touchdowns, and Peyton Manning basically tied his own record that year. So, and Stafford, like we said, we had our opinion about Matthew Stafford about with Mark Richt. Matt Stafford to step up when he wants to. If you get the boy motivated, he'll do his thing. So yeah, that was that year, man, when they had them three quarterbacks and Eli wasn't too far behind, and Drew, and when can't count out Drew because Drew gonna get his yards. So Randy's speech was good, and like I said, when your phone had basically made me do a take two of this show. Ray Lewis's speech, they said it was good, but he was doing too much. Let's just put it like that. So I walked away from it. I got up out of the bedroom and started. Like I said, I was trying to finish up my little Kratos of God war drawing. So I ain't listening to Ray Lewis, but overall it was good. And T.O.'s Hall of Fame speech was 10 minutes long. So and he said some pretty good, interesting things too that everybody hates to admit that he's right about. That the Hall of Fame selection process is flawed. And in fact, even Skip Bayless agreed with him on Undisputed plenty of times and said that it was flawed.
but he's one of the sports writers as well, and he sat up there and
Yeah.
he shouldn't have been a first round Hall of Famer for years and stuff like that. So fuck Skip Bayless for all I give a fuck about that motherfucker. Because that motherfucker's wishy-washy as far as I'm concerned. I love the show Undisputed and shit like that. But he a wishy-washy motherfucker. Yeah, you would say that when he get inducted, but the thing is he's been inducted. And he's 1,000% right. All of these fucking Hall of Fames from baseball, hell, even the boxing Hall of Fame, which I'm a big fan of, it's flawed because the sports writers got too much say so in it. You know what I'm saying? And that needs to change in all of these Hall of Fame to be a split. If they're gonna do something, they need to make the fans make a decision or have a split between fans and sports writers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got to get at least 50% of the fans who vote, and you got to get at least 50% of the sports writers who vote. I think that's the best process right there. With the fans, if you get it strictly fans, that would still be fair because those people who watch the game. The thing about sports writers is sports writers typically are biased. As much as they say they're not, they're very biased people. You know what I'm saying? Whereas fans, they go to the games, they watch the games, know what's going on. Even the most hated, the most hateful person of Ray Lewis, and he deserves some hate, but on a personal side. But as a football player, you cannot dispute that Ray Lewis was a first ballot Hall of Famer. As much as I can't stand,
dispute that.
as much as I can't stand Brian Urlacher, racist ass, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. That shouldn't get. They should not stop him from being in the Hall of Fame. Hell, even Darren Sharper, as we talked about him, we shouldn't. We don't have to go into details of it. He was the first ballot Hall of Famer. In terms of a safety, what other safety that was better than him outside of Darren Sharper? I mean, you can't name too many off the top of your head. You probably can name Rob Woodson, but for the most part, his career was at cornerback. But it ain't too many safeties who played the safety positions throughout their career is better than Darren Sharper. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yep.
like
That's
Randy
true.
Moss. Who going to dispute Randy Moss as the first ballot Hall of Famer? His touchdowns are second to Jerry Rice, the great Jerry Rice.
Jerry
He,
Rice.
he
And who's behind Randy Moss? Jerry Moss.
Yeah, and he could have shattered. He actually could have shattered some of. If Randy Moss hadn't been on no bullshit, he could have shattered some of Jerry Rice's record. You know what I'm saying? Because he stopped
Yep.
playing at Oakland and went to the New England Patriots. And then
And he didn't. Hold on, let me cut you off. Now he did bring up about with Oakland. He said to my Oakland Raiders fans, Raiders Nation. He said the years I was with y'all. He said when you all were very critical about me and when y'all started to hate me. He said I do apologize for that. He said I'm sorry. I'm sorry things didn't turn out the way you all wanted. Okay, I give him that. Yeah, you admit you was on some fuck shit when you got to Oakland.
yeah, because he was all about the money when he went to Oakland, and then he ended up going to New England. I mean, but still, it was some years there in his career where he could have had consecutive seasons with 20 touchdowns and stuff like that. Because who can hold Randy Moss one on one? Can't name a cornerback out there that can play one on one. You had to double cover Randy Moss, and in some cases, double coverage didn't work because he was so fucking fast. But you cannot dispute those guys that made it in yesterday, regardless of if it was their first ballot or their 25th ballot. You cannot dispute that those guys deserve to be on the first ballot. Now, I don't know much about Robert Brazell's career that played for Jackson State, but I do know he came off the same Jackson State team that was drafted with Jackie Slater, Walter Payton, and a host of others. And that Jackson State team.
Yeah, that's why he said that Jacksonville. Yeah, that's why he said that Jackson State class is the best. As far as the NFL, they said to him that really was the best one.
Oh yeah, Jackson State had.
And I do agree.
Jackson State historically pushed out some great players over the years, but you know they had at least three guys that's enough on with himself because Robert Brazell, he was the rookie of the year in 1975, but I didn't know much about him as a linebacker. I know he played with Elvin Bethea and Ken Houston at Oilers, who are also Hall of Famers in their own right, which it was an atrocity to see Elvin Bethea had to wait 20 plus years to be in the Hall of Fame because if you add his sack total up throughout the years, he probably would be like in the top 20 in sacks and stuff like that. Even though it was unofficial, he was a significant guy in that Houston Oilers 3-4 defense and stuff like that. So yeah, the Hall of Fame process is flawed. It needs to change, and then the NFL needs to look into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do agree. So, overall, if anybody has not seen the speeches, Brian Dawkins' speech will not leave you disappointed. I mean, it was like, damn, I'm gonna admit it on here. It damn near wanted to make me cry, dog. That's how deep it was.
And he's another well-deserved guy. I'll say that as well because again, without him, Philadelphia's defense would have sucked because they were shuffling around a host of players. They were shuffling around Troy Benson. They were shuffling around Hugh Douglas. They were jerking around Jeremiah Trotter. That defense could have been good. I mean, he kept them good, but that defense could have been number one every year had they not been trading everybody and releasing everybody and stuff like that. Because Jeremiah Trotter was a damn good linebacker. Hugh Douglas was a damn good
linebacker. They shit. And I still said, man, that year when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, Philadelphia should have went. Philadelphia should have went, dog. Because Jim Johnson, God rest his soul, he did not adjust his damn game plan. But he should have never changed. He should never deviate from his game plan. because they had Tampa Bay beat. And then they just take, then Tampa Bay he had Gruden figured out, man. He shut down the pass game and the run game. But when you think about it, you know, maybe T.O. was on the sun with Donovan McNabb about some things. You know, McNabb, he did do some fuck shit in that game. Like he threw that damn through two fucking interceptions when they should have ran one of the fucking balls in. He gonna call the audible to pass and shit. I'm like, y'all got a chance of being in the Super Bowl right there and there to play over. Goddamn. But you know, and everybody said it probably was a conspiracy because they wanted Gruden to play his old team and shit. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, there was one dude. I mean, there's one guy in the Hall of Fame right now that I don't think he deserved to be in, and it's scratching my head. And it was scratching my head for a while. And you may or may not agree. Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp got in his first go round, but it's been well publicized about the fuck shit he been doing.
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that because without Warren Sapp was the face of Tampa Bay's defense. Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, those guys were the face of Tampa Bay's defense. So I have to totally disagree with that point. Even Hardy Nickerson, when he was playing for Tampa Bay, those guys were the face of Tampa Bay's defense.
Derek Brooks. Now hold up. Now Derek Brooks, I could buy because the boy was bad at Florida State. But Warren Sapp, okay, no, but it was just something about Warren. Let's just get, borrow your quote. Let's just keep it 1,010. The man used to do some more straight fuck shit.
Okay, what does that have to do with him being in the Hall of Fame as a player? If he's on some fuck shit, what did it have to do with him doing something as a player?
Yeah, you're right. I'll take that as a rhetorical question.
I mean, he made being a defensive tackle. He put some swag to the defensive tackle position, and he could have easily had 100+ sacks. But what it ended up happening was the Oakland Raiders changed to a 3-4 defense, and that made his ability to get sacks ineffective. Where he was good at a 4-2 cover 2 defense. He made that cover 2. He was the key to that cover 2 defense. His sacks went down because they changed the Oakland Raiders when he went there. His second year there, they changed the defensive system, which made him very ineffective. But Warren Sapp would have had 120 sacks, just like what's that dude, John Randall at Minnesota. The thing with Minnesota is they never changed the defensive system to where John Randall could get sacks and stuff like that. And he was a small defensive tackle. Warren Sapp was a big defensive tackle, but he was a quick defensive tackle. And the biggest mistake they've ever made in terms of his career is to trade Warren Sapp and stuff like that. That was a bad move on Tampa Bay's part. So Sapp,
and I give it to him now. You there?
Yeah. I'm here. I'm just hoarse.
Okay. And it sounds like I got an echo going on in your background, but I give it to him. I think Warren was more suited. I'm gonna put it like this. Warren's defensive position was more suited for like you say, the 4-3 or the 4-2-5. Because they didn't nobody start using the 4-2-5 till TCU debuted that shit back in 2009. And everybody started copying off of their ass. So and now everybody uses the 4-2-5. And really, to be honest with you, 4-2-5 has become a thing of the past. Has become what's the term? Gimmick. I'm trying to think. It really 4-2-5 now starting to become a thing of the past. So, and everybody want to evolve defense. I have not yet seen anybody, with the exception of Wade Phillips, who's really one of the best damn defensive coordinators there is, utilize 3-4 better, because his father created the one gap 3-4 system, and when his son uses it, he changes it up a bit. Granted, I still say, since we jumping off kilter as far as the 3-4 pioneers and shit, Von Phillips, best one. Because that 3-4 one gap system, he passed it on to his son. Mike Zimmer, he's using a 4-3-1 gap system himself. That's when you look at all them years he was in Cincinnati. Why you think their defense is so good?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, man. But Warren Sapp, like I said, along with Derrick Brooks, because I got to put that in quotation. With those two guys, that Tampa 2 would not have worked. Without those two guys, that shit would not have worked. Those guys made that defense easier. Hardy Nickerson, when he was at Tampa Bay, his time there at Tampa Bay, he made that system. Those guys were the forefathers of that 4-3 cover 2. You know what I'm saying? So, and even Warren Sapp, from what I understand at the Hall of Fame speech, he thanked, even in the Super Bowl, he thanked for helping them win that Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He thanked them. He thanked them during that Super Bowl. I remember it like.
I give it to him. He had a little fucked up. Nah, he had a little fucked up opinion about Tony Dungy at one point when they got Gruden. So and then I guess when he decided to grow up and started to get his head out of his ass, you know, he thanked him. So damn right.
Yeah, because that defense was shutting down shots. I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was always in the top 3 defensive guys. You know, top 10 defensive teams out there, because that defense was so stifling. It was a stifling ass defense.
Yep. Lane Kiffin, and I mean that shit ain't working now. So I mean, I think Lane Kiffin should don't call it Lane Kiffin. Monty Kiffin, I apologize. He put that try and true system on downs. Everybody figured that shit out. So I mean, now let me tell you, well, it worked in Lane Kiffin's first season. Now it did show signs of promise, you know. But after that, nah, it's been trying true ever since.
Oh yeah, those guys, Monty Kiffin and Tony Dungy coming together and creating that old school cover 2. Because the only thing, the thing with cover 2, it goes back to the Pittsburgh Steelers of the 1970s. They used the cover 2 back in the day. But Tony Dungy and Monty Kiffin put some stank on the cover 2. There was always a cover 2 in the NFL, but people used it in certain situations. Like playing against, if you're playing against a pass heavy team, cover 2 works against a pass heavy team, but people didn't use it that often. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Tony Dungy, and Monty Kiffin lived and died by the cover 2. And there's times where Monty Kiffin, where they didn't blitz a lot. So Monty Kiffin, when he was working with, when he was the defensive coordinator, they blitzed more than most cover 2 teams. So they could take on it. And and like I said, man, Warren Sapp, you know, being a first ballot Hall of Famer, it was well deserved on his end. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, him and Brooks and Hardy Nickerson were the face of the Tampa 2 defense.
Right. All right. Yeah, you might kind of chopping in and out a bit, man. I don't know if you got me on my phone or if it's your snowball mic. If it's your snowball mic, then it know better. So
the thing is I have a hoarse voice, so it can come in and out. So
okay. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. And I think another cover 2 disciple of that is Herm Melvins. With him, because he taking his cover 2 philosophy down to Florida State, Arizona State. But I think the defensive staff he said one of his coaches told him you need to get with the times on that. He said because this cover 2 philosophy you talking about, he said you can easily get burnt. So he said he had to modify his cover 2, but I listened to an interview with Herm Melvins. He said, you know, he basically was told, you know, he would take this insult. Some of his coaches told him, man, you need to get with the times because sometimes the old ways ain't working no more, you know. And he said he changed up his cover 2 because he said he's gonna make it more. He's making it multiple. So he said just probably be looking for all kind of hybrid stuff because he said because he was listening to him. He said he the first one there every morning at 4 o'clock. He said his day don't start till 4 o'clock in the morning. you know, because he said he's studying film, and he said he watching. He said he be on. He said little people know it or not. He said he be on. He watches YouTube, learning more than like defensive bases and fronts with new styles for the cover two and everything. So he said you may see something new with it. He said he getting with the times, you know, because he said he one of them coaches. He like to stay up on the game. So I think, you know, Herman's a good coach, man, but you know, he just said with him, he just has to say on the defense. He don't have no say on offense, and that's a good thing.
Almost definitely. Most definitely. Most
Yep.
definitely.
All right,
Yeah.
so with some and I make this little major announcement because I'm kind of multitasking, straighten up some stuff here. Make a little announcement. Um, I'm thinking about premiering a new Let's Draw on something called Let's Draw on Something Else. But this how it's gonna be. I'm gonna try it out on the first on that week of on that Friday on that week of when Virginia takes place Florida State. And the Let's Draw on Something Else, that trial premiere episode is gonna cover that. So what I'm gonna do on that day, I'm gonna record the game, watch the game, and I'm gonna have you with me, and then we're gonna have you as a cause. We're gonna try to break down that whole game, what we like and didn't like in it. So that's what I'm thinking about doing there. But but let's draw something else. That all how our schedules are, what we're doing on that Friday.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be like on every other Friday. And if we get some good views on it, I'll roll with it. If not, then I'll just stick to the Sunday edition and let's draw something. So, and speaking of college football, man, it's been some talk in the town, man. Controversy with this Alabama quarterback situation with Jalen Hurts and Tua right now.
Hey,
Got
I don't mean to interrupt you. I gotta handle some business real quick. I'm gonna be right back, okay?
all right.
Oh, you
And why?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's going to be a buy or sell. Well, matter of fact, because there is an interview up, and Jalen Hurts was he finally broke his silence about all and everything. He just said he just kind of like kept himself and was listening. And, you know, he kind of got on the media a little bit, and he's saying, you know, he said he ain't off of that. He say she say. He said, you know, some stuff that I'm hearing. He said, you know, some people going by this he say she say, and then he confirmed about the fact that he did not talk to Nick about leaving. So he said he don't know where that came from. He said he don't know where that came from. So when Jimmy J this is gonna be a good buy sell here. Buy sell who gonna be Jimmy J or who gonna be Alabama starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts or Tua. So that's the question. So I don't know where Jimmy J went. He probably had the nature answer the call or something, I guess. So while he doing that, I'm cleaning up some things here. Cause like me, he was washing. I'm straightening up stuff. Let's just wait on him to get back, peoples. Dun, 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 dun. And while Jimmy J is gone, let's play some music here. Waiting on him, y'all. Like I said, while we wait on Jimmy J, we play some music. You back, man? Damn. Worst show ever. Okay, I'm study waiting on Jimmy J. So sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what in the world. I don't know what the hell going on. Well, he had something he had to do, but well, I have nothing new to report. Well, while he's gone on that, let me just go ahead and get something, just, because we was getting ready to talk about something good. So let me just go ahead and put one of two individuals on the Jackass wall. There's this dumbass commander in chief. Now, let's draw on something that I don't care too much for LeBron, the NBA basketball player, but LeBron James, the man I have a lot of respect for. And this man basically opened up a school in his hometown of Akron. It's called Giving Back. He opened up a school where, the full Monty, tuition, this and that, yada, yada, yada. So everybody can have opportunity. Even parents that dropped out of high school and stuff and everything else, they got opportunities to get their GEDs or whatever. So Donald Trump decides to tweet out by saying something about that Don Lemon. He called Don Lemon dumb. And, with him interviewing LeBron, made LeBron look smart. So he said, I love MJ. So MJ, Michael Jordan, who he was talking about was Michael Jordan, fired back and said that who finally fucking stepped up, ladies and gentlemen, and said that he is a supporter of LeBron for what he's doing with his community and everything else. And basically, LeBron, my MJ killed Trump with kindness by, in his own way stating that he ain't got time for no bullshit. Come on, Jimmy J, hurry up, man. I won't get no bad reviews on the show. So I agree. I don't agree with I don't agree with Trump, man. But he finally joined me. You there? Oh, great. Jimmy, are you there? Well, let me keep talking. I don't know what's going on in his end. But I don't agree. I don't, Trump's comments, I mean, they were real stupid and everything. But Jimmy, are you there? Oh boy, this thing has been to get irritated. But as I was saying, man, I'm started repeating myself, and I hate doing it. Trump's comments were stupid, and it's just some things is just best kept. He just need to keep his mouth shut on things. Now, anytime you got Melania Trump support what LeBron's doing, I mean, your wife, even your sorry ass wife even your wife is against your sorry ass. So what does that tell you? everybody's supporting LeBron what he does, and see what Trump is doing. He's trying, like LeBron said, he's trying to divide everybody. He's trying to divide everybody in the sports community about what he's doing. So I applaud LeBron for what he's doing right now. I'm glad I'm glad he's doing something for his community. He said he's been talking about putting his school up for like years. He's finally got it off the ground. So my hat's off. I tip my hat to LeBron on that. And Donald Trump, you deserve to be on the Jackass wall for the fucking comments what you said. But I love Don Lemon's clapback though. When he said something about this is coming from a guy who rather keep kids in cages. So Don Lemon had a damn good clapback. So my hats off to LeBron for opening up the school in Akron, and hats off to Don Lemon for the clapback. And Donald Trump, you are one of the two people on the Jackass wall. So I'm waiting on Jimmy JSmoove here.
What's good, y'all?
Now he's finally back. I don't know if he was listening to my person I put on the Jackass wall.
Okay, I'm back. Go ahead.
Man, this ain't no good. Hey, this ain't a great show. This is a bad show today. Seriously, this is a bad show. Damn. I'm just gonna say it. This is a bad show right now. Hell. Shit.
We good, man. We good.
This is a bad show, man. I didn't want this to be bad. Damn it. Damn.
So we're talking about buy or sell college football.
Well, we was, and then because you was your hangout connection was blinking in and out, and I just moved on to the Jackass wall. So
no,
so
no, when
now let's go with this buy sell. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that. Let's just go with this buy sell because shit. Damn, let me apologize to my YouTube viewers, y'all. This is a bad show. This is my fault. This is a bad show today. Shit, this ain't on Jimmy J. This is on me. This is just a terrible show. I'm like the number one football team that had a damn good game plan, and then I get on the field, my team get his ass kicked. So this ain't on you, Jimmy.
Okay, all right. So
damn,
what we gonna buy or sell those, brother?
Man, I was talking about the Alabama quarterback situation. There's plenty of buy sales. So this first one is buy sell Alabama starting quarterback this season. Jalen Hurts or Tua.
One of the motherfuckers won the national title for you. One of you got him in position of the national title. So I think they're gonna be in a 2-quarterback system this year. So I pick either one because I think he's gonna possibly go with a 2-quarterback system. That's my take.
So you remember what happened? You remember I'm at the buy on I'm put like this. I'm neutral. So I'm gonna have to agree with you. I can't buy or sell neither one. And when teams utilize system, i.e., ask Derek Mason what happened to him, what happened to his dumb ass in his first year at Vanderbilt, when this motherfucker went with 3 different quarterbacks for 2 straight seasons. I really think Nick don't want to put himself in that predicament again because last time he had this guy by the name of Phil Simms as a starter. Phil Simms didn't pan out too fucking good, and then we had AJ McCarron. And what happened with AJ McCarron's first year? They won the national title because he tried the 2-quarterback system. So,
well, you also have Nebraska went with a 2-quarterback system on their of one of their first national titles with Behringer and Tommy Frazier, and then the next year they went with Tommy Frazier. Same thing with Alabama years ago when they won the SEC championship under Mike DeVos, who lost to Tom Brady in the Orange Bowl. What happened? They had Tyler Watson and they had Andrew Zhao as the 2 quarterbacks. This wouldn't be the first time Alabama had a 2-quarterback system. So, but yeah, I think they're going to have a 2-quarterback system this year. I mean, you got to give Jalen Hurts a chance because he did lead y'all there his freshman year. He was fucking up in the national title game, but Saban made the decision. Okay, we're gonna save the national title by and stuff like that, which was a great decision because they won the national title on top of that. But I think he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna try to give Jalen Hurts one more chance, and if he feel like Jalen Hurts ain't gonna do it, he's gonna stick with Tua.
Okay, so I guess you're buying. So you're not buying or selling or either. You're gonna think they're gonna run a 2-quarterback system.
I'm not buying the selling or either. I just think it's going to end up a 2-quarterback system until Saban makes a decision. But if he goes with Tua, the only reason why he's going to go with Tua is because he's trying to recruit his youngest brother.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta agree. Even though I'm not a fan of 2-quarterback systems, that's why I say it can fuck everybody up. Like I said, just ask Derek Mason that dumbass shit he did in his first 2 years at Vanderbilt. Utilized 3 damn quarterbacks. They all sorry as fuck. And then the following year, they still got sorry. So, let's see here. All right, 2 teams. Clemson and Oklahoma. Buy, sell either one of them getting back to the BCS title, into the BCS playoff.
Say that one more time. You lost me for a second. Say that one more time.
Buy or sell Clemson or Oklahoma making it back to the BCS playoffs.
I buy that. I buy both of them making it to the BCS playoffs. But I'll say this: Clemson's going to have a harder road there than Oklahoma will because I don't think the Big 12 is going to be any competition for Oklahoma. And then they've had a good recruiting year, so I think both of them could end up there if they win their respective conferences and stuff like that. But Clemson's going to have a harder time than
as much as I don't like Oklahoma, and their offense is exciting. They breaking in a new quarterback. So and he has that little run first mentality, and Lincoln Riley trying to break that man out of this shit. What I'm gonna shock you is this: I'm gonna have to buy Clemson getting there, and I'm selling Oklahoma. And I'm gonna tell you why. You said it earlier. Dabo Swinney is a damn good coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let's not forget the guy that he let coach that Fiesta Bowl at 31-0 shutout on Ohio State. That year they won the national title by a guy named Brent Venables. And he was the defensive coordinator, and Dabo basically let him coach that game. And Jimmy, I have never seen Ohio State take an ass whooping like that. He didn't let Ohio State did not get a first down the whole game. So, and he basically, and I really think, and I really think, we all know for a fact this dude is one of the best defensive coordinators in college football, bar none.
Yeah.
Because he was there that one year with Bob Stoops at Oklahoma, and he said him and Bob, Bob Stoops was trying to handicap him from going to Clemson. And Brent, and they had a, Bob Stoops was basically trying to handicap and trying to hijack that man. So he basically took his defense up to Clemson. Clemson been having a top 10 defense in the years he was there.
Yeah.
He's the only defensive coordinator I know. He's the only defensive coordinator I know that told ESPN to keep his damn name out their mouth. As far as talking about him interviewing for coaching jobs and shit, he put him on blast. That was that when they put, matter of fact, when they played Oklahoma in that first ever BCS playoff, they played Oklahoma and then they lost to Alabama that year. And he told me, he said, man, look, he said, hey, I'm trying to focus on the game. Y'all doing y'all best to throw me on focus. So whoever go around put my name in y'all mouth to say that I'm gonna be the next coach of this and that, y'all need to quit. He said, because last time I checked, I'm here at Clemson. Yeah. He was just being blunt. I mean, hey, he looked like the kind of coach to keep it real too, man. So I'm buying on Clemson because of Dabo and Brent Venables. Now, the only thing that, like you said, they do got a tough road ahead. I seen their schedule.
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
No, ain't nothing. Yeah, I was like, ain't nothing nice, but but the main thing I think that may hold them back is Kelly Bryant. Now, that's a quarterback. Now, Clemson has some damn good quarterbacks under Dabo now. I mean, with Taj Boyd and Deshaun Watson. But, I'm still not sold on Kelly Bryant because this dude, he stayed hurt every game. He always got something nicked up every game. I don't think this dude, I mean, he got a lot of flaws in his game. He don't read defense as well, and he's not tough.
Yeah.
And my boy showed him that in that playoff game. Kelly Bryant, he not tough. I call him, where's old coworker of mine at my job called LSU's Danny Etlin, check down Charlie. I call Kelly Bryant check down Kelly. Because he stayed throwing to the check down a lot, and he's not tough. He don't have no toughness in him.
Oh,
but I guess though, but he has to show me some toughness. He has to show me some damn toughness. So like I said, I'm buying on Clemson. I'm selling on Oklahoma because one, they're overrated, and two, I have to disagree with you about the Big 12. Oklahoma State, man, don't count them out. I think Oklahoma State, they're gonna lose to somebody though, bro.
Yeah.
Because their second game is against Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Lane got something in store for their ass.
I heard that. Yeah, man.
All right. Here's another buy sell. Buy sell. Which first year coach? Which coach? Buy sell. Which coach is going to have a good year? Kirby Smart in his second season in Georgia, or Scott Frost in his first year in Nebraska?
Kirby Smart is in his second year.
Yeah, that's what I said. His second. That's what I said. Second. Let me rephrase the question. Which coach? Well, which coach will have a better year, either first year or second? Kirby Smart in his second year in Georgia, or Scott Frost in his first year in Nebraska?
Okay. They're gonna need to give Scott Frost some time. So Kirby Smart in his second year. I think he can dominate the SEC East because number one, Florida is going through coaching carousel. Tennessee is on another head coach, so they're going to need some time. So Kirby Smart would have to do good in the SEC, or he's going to be on the way looking out of the door in year 4. So he's going to have to do good. So I'm saying Kirby Smart. I'm going for Kirby Smart. What's your take on it?
I gotta agree. I'm going with Kirby. I'm buying on Kirby, and I'm gonna sell on Scott. I'm buying on Kirby because he got a recruiting class, but like always with Georgia, quarterback issue because they started quarterback. This dumbass broke his non-throwing hand,
Okay.
and he's been inconsistent most of the year. Running backs, they're gonna remain solid. My problem with Georgia, if they really want to be back in the BCS championship picture or let alone playoff picture, quarterback play an offensive line. So, but this Kirby Smart we talking about, so I'm buying. I'm like you. I'm buying on Kirby on that
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to do good. I mean, because there's too many coaching carousels in the SEC for him not to do it. He's gonna have to bring it, man. Real talk. So with the coaching
one. Yep.
carousel, then Kirby Smart got the what didn't Georgia wasn't Georgia the number one recruiting class in the country?
Yep. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, so with Alabama being up there, because typically Alabama's number one, but I'm like, you cannot do bad number one recruiting class at any point in your coaching career. This is the reason why Tennessee didn't have a number one recruiting class, but they were high enough, number two and number three at one point. So, he's gonna end up fired if he doesn't do nothing with this recruiting class. At least get to the fucking
Mm-hmm.
because Georgia ain't gonna play with his ass.
No.
So
Okay. Go ahead.
he's just gonna have to do good. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. All right. This is a buy sell, but this is a form of this is a buy sell about Jim Harbaugh. But this is different. This ain't gonna be a. This is gonna be a put. Jim Harbaugh buy sell him putting up or shutting up.
Mm, I have to buy that because first off, Michigan is his alma mater. That's first and foremost. So
Mm-hmm.
being a Michigan kid, you're gonna have to put up or shut up. So I'm buying that wholeheartedly.
Yep. You saw the pictures I sent you. How his offense was, and then how the defense was through the years, right? And last season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me, y'all. I'm at the agree. I think I'm buying on Jim Harbaugh. He got to put up this season, dog, because you own. Excuse me, you own 3 against Ohio State, and you 1-2 against Michigan State. So combined against them 3, them 2, you 1-5. Um,
Yeah.
Pep Hamilton as your passing game coordinator. You got Jim McElwain, who was your wide receivers coach, and you got an offensive line coach who also going to share offensive coordinator play calling duties. You do not fucking do that in college nor pro football. Just ask Green Bay how well that went. You do not have a fucking revolving door in place of offensive coordinators when call plays.
And,
And I repeat, you ask Green Bay how well that worked out a couple seasons ago.
and my thing with Harbaugh, why didn't he just make Pep Hamilton the offensive coordinator? That's my thing. Because Pep Hamilton is a proven offensive coordinator in the NFL. Granted that he got fired a year or two back, but still, Pep Hamilton.
Because his offense don't have a running game. He's
But
more his expertise is the pass.
but the thing is, even though his expertise is the pass, the teams that he had in Indianapolis still scored. That's the thing. They scored a lot. So I mean, he might not have a running game, but they get in the end zone pretty good with his offenses as well. So, and that's the way I look at it. If you can score, shit, hey, it is what it is. So, but
yeah, I mean, and another reason why Jim Harbaugh he really is gonna have to stop having a say in the offense. You got fucking Shea Patterson. And dude was lighting up the fucking and from what I was reading in that little article, they did say that Harbaugh studied some tape of Pep Hamilton and McElwain was studying some tape of the Ole Miss offense. It's a pass. Ole Miss's offense. It's a pass heavy, run later system. So I mean, Harbaugh, I mean, he need to get out of his ways, man. I mean, uh,
And not just that, he's going
yeah.
with Ohio State in terms of recruiting because this is the second straight year that Ohio State has became the #2 recruiting class in the country. So he's going to have to compete on the level. He's going to have to compete recruiting wise as
Mm-hmm.
well. But like you say, if he's up out of there, then it's all. I mean, they all in. So they're gonna have to bring it. That's all I got to say to that.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So basically, Jimmy and I were buying on Jim Harbaugh having to put up this season. All right, this is pretty touchy here. Buy and sell Urban Meyer keeping his job.
You're gonna have to sell. You're gonna have to sell me that like you selling Eskimo ice water. You're gonna have to really sell me on that, motherfucker.
I ain't
Woo!
buying nor selling. I ain't buying nor selling because the dude, the coach that he fired, he even said that Ohio State fires Urban Meyer because of that, then they're stupid. And Urban came out with a written statement. And you know, you gotta fault whoever the fuck asked that damn question at the Big Ten media day about that shit. That was somebody that just caught that man off guard on that. And he was, and I believe, and I believe Urban Meyer on this shit because like he said, he was caught off guard with that when that question was asked.
Yeah.
So I can't buy nor sell on that. But the man did it, but he did admit he reported it, he followed protocol and reported the incident. And the AD Gene Smith verified. So I'm not buying or selling on that.
So you're saying he followed protocol with the AD? It was proven that he followed protocol.
He followed protocol by reporting the incident and then looking up the then when they had all the police reports and stuff on there. If you watched the interview yesterday, well, you were at work yesterday. The interview's up on ESPN. Zach, the wide receiver coach he fired, he told his side of the story. He said that that his wife, and see, this is a prime example, like when Jimmy JSmoove and I always said, fellas, if a woman push your ass, she push you to the point you gotta fucking put her hands on her. That's if she reached that point, just fucking leave.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit what he said though. He said he put his hands on her, for being, as far as being defensive and everything else. He said the last time he put his hands on her, he grabbed her by the throat because she was getting ready to come at him about with some shit. Because he said it was a toxic relationship to begin with.
But
So, and he said when Urban came to him, he said, if you put your hands on him, you punched anything, you fired immediately.
yeah,
So,
but here's the thing.
go ahead.
And I'll tell guys this again because I don't think people be listening sometimes. If you're in a situation,
Mm-hmm.
aggravated situation, which is your significant other or your lady, record something, record everything. Sometimes I would just recommend you record shit when shit going right. You know what I'm saying? But in a situation like this, he should have just simply recorded everything, and then he shouldn't. Now, please be advised. Don't provoke the situation. But if she's provoking
Thank you.
you, her ass,
Leave.
one, leave. If it's your house, that's a two-head. That's a double head. Like, because in certain situations, you might not be living with your girlfriend, so you can't immediately leave that situation. So you almost gotta make her stand down to a certain degree. Now, I don't mean put your hands on her to make her stand down. Hell, because my apartment complex got armed security. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I had an incident that happened, but I didn't have to put my hands on her. I just broke out the recorder and just started recording, just in case she try
Mm-hmm.
to jump bad, because I knew the situation could have easily led to that. So I just started recording and nothing happened, but her talking shit. But you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure you don't come back and say I did anything as well, because that could have went another way. She could have easily been like, well, he put his hands on me. Okay, where on this recording where I put my hands on you? You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that, you need to start pressing the record button, record, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then she put your hands on you. Then, you know, and if it's a problem, then you can say, hey, I'm defending myself. You know what I'm saying? This is my house. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just let her stay here. You know what I'm saying? But it's his wife, so that's a whole nother ball game. So it's best for him to walk out if he can. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes motherfuckers start welling on you. I don't suggest any man to let people put their hands on you, male or female. But if you can diffuse the situation, which is hard out there, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very hard not to defend yourself. But if you can walk out, do that. That's sometimes the best route. But motherfucker just start swinging on you, then you have a right to defend yourself. But make sure you have everything recorded because the police is gonna take her side. So continue with what you got.
Yeah, and I agree, man. I mean, if he followed protocol and shit like that, his job should be safe. But I think Ohio State did the right thing by putting him under administrative leave until all this shit is sorted out. And the jackass that asked him that damn question, he or she need to go fuck themselves because that wasn't the time and the place to ask them shit like that. If the man got fired, he got fired. That was it.
And yeah,
But and the way that reporter did it, was like, they asked Urban in as a matter of fact way about the incident, and that's when he was caught off guard with it. And he just like, like what could he say? So I'm not faulting. See, everybody looking at the fact that Urban fucked up by answering the question. I look at it like this: Urban was just caught off guard by that old dickhead reporter that asking that shit, and then one of ESPN's beat writers screenshotted the text between Zach Smith and his ex-wife about what was going on. I think that was a little dick. That was a little dick. You don't add. Hey, they trying to put out the fire. Don't add more gas to it.
yeah.
So I'm not. Go ahead.
And me personally, I'm a Urban Meyer fan. I love his read because anybody can use the read option system, even a slow running quarterback per se. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it on here, but even somebody that's slow as hell, he's a quarterback friendly coach. I love that read option he runs because
you talking about the slow quarterbacks? He's somebody from Florida.
Say what now? Yeah, well,
is it somebody from Florida or somebody from Ohio State?
Well, his read option system, the way Urban Meyer has it, anybody can run that read option system. Now, the read option system is meant for a mobile quarterback, but he's so good at adjusting the situation to where if you got a slow ass quarterback that can't run worth a damn, he can adjust that. That's how good of a quarterback coach he is. He's quarterback friendly. And then one thing about Urban Meyer, every defensive coordinator, he's always kept every incoming defensive coordinator. And he helps out. He helps out the defensive coordinator as well. Like at Charlie, he could have easily fired Charlie Strong. Charlie Strong system at Florida sucked ass. He did good at South Carolina, but him coming at Florida is sucked ass. But Charlie Strong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he changed it up to that. He used an aggressive. He used his base is a 4-3, so he used a 4-3 with a nickel package. That's what made his shit good.
Yeah, and all Urban Meyer told him to do is do this and make a simple adjustment, and he kept him as the head coach. And those Florida teams was stifling on defense. You couldn't fuck with Florida's team. Even at Louisville, Charlie Strong, which I felt he should have stayed at Louisville. There's no reason for him to, but there was no reason for him to leave for Texas. He should have stayed at Louisville. He had something good going at Louisville. He should have kept it that way. He shouldn't even went to Texas. You know what I'm saying? I know it was it was a big payday for Texas, but no, you should have stayed there. But I'm glad he's doing good at South Florida, which I think he's going to work. Yeah. He's going to bring back the magic he had at Louisville. But Urban Meyer is a fair guy. He's a fair guy as far as his quarterbacks. He's a fair guy as far as his players. He could have easily
Well,
let he
speak.
go ahead.
Well, speaking of that, speech or something. Now, Urban Meyer can't fuck up a game plan too, cause you remember in Ezekiel Elliott. Man, hold on. When Ezekiel Elliott, it was in Ezekiel Elliott and Cardale Jones's last year, right? They had Michigan State beat. They had Michigan State beat, and Ezekiel Elliott called that man out. And when he took that man out of the game, set the man out for the rest of the damn half. Ezekiel called that man out, and then Cardale Jones called him out too. Said something about, look, he said it's bad that we got coaches. We got the number one coach that can't stick to what he want to run. Now I agree with that. I gotta agree with you. Agree on that, man. They had Michigan State beat because they were going because they did something. I ain't, they Cardale. I mean, Cardale was throwing the motherfucking balls, man. They were catching. Then Ezekiel was running. They had them beat because they kept Michigan State's offense off the damn field. Then Urban decided to sit that man down. That's when Michigan State got the roll. And I'm like, yeah, because Urban, he can't fuck up a game plan, though, man. I mean, and there was a lot of guys, some is old, with his last offensive coordinator. I mean, Tom Herman, he was a good dude. Tom Herman, Urban, he went from Urban couldn't decide whether he wanted his offense to be a pass first or with the run. Because Tom Herman said, with all due respect is due. He's that's Urban's offense. He said, but you're gonna have to stick with something what worked. You're gonna have to change it up a bit. And I'll be up well, and Tom Herman gonna be a subject of interest in a minute on buy sale. So, I mean, Urban, like not too, but as far as players go, let's see. Riley Cooper revealed his true fucking colors. I don't see how the fuck he in the NFL. And Aaron Hernandez killed himself. Brandon Spice just gonna be Brandon Spice. I don't know who he playing for now. But so Brandon Spice is gonna be Brandon Spice. That's Takeo Spice's younger brother. So, and I think the best system other than Tebow was Chris Lee.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not buying or selling on Urban keeping his job. I mean, I'm put like this. I hope he does, because don't want Ohio State to go back to the Stone Age again after that Trustle situation. So
yeah, I mean, Urban is a good coach. I mean, I wouldn't want to see that guy lose his job, but he got to hold his own nuts on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you on that. He got to hold his own nuts.
mm-hmm.
I don't want it to happen to him, but it is what it is with that brother, man. But he's a good coach. Like you say, he has his faults in terms of fucking up game plans and all that little dumb shit he does from time to time. But he's not a bad coach at all. I mean, sometimes you fuck. At times, Saban's weakness he can be too conservative. That's one of the weaknesses Saban has. But he is the Coach K of football. That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
That's the way I look at Sabinator. Saban can make adjustments. You're not gonna beat Nick Saban 2 years in a row. The only team that I think that has beaten Nick Saban 2 years in a row was LSU in Florida. Those are the only two teams off the top of my head. I'm talking about since he's been in the SEC that beat a Saban team 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do that. You might, but you definitely ain't gonna get them 2 times in a row. You might come back and beat them 5 years later, but Saban gonna make some damn adjustments. Okay, I'm too conservative here. Okay, we're gonna get a little aggressive on you. When Johnny Manziel kicked Alabama's ass that year, guess what? He made some adjustments. He told what was the quarterback for Alabama that year? What was that white boy name? McElroy. Man, he told him to get aggressive, man. He let him know. He was like, you're gonna have to, he opened the playbook on their ass. So Saban, what make him the Coach K of football is he makes adjustments. Same thing with Coach K. He makes adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So, like him or love him, I'm talking about both guys because both of them are very well hated and both of them are very well loved. Like them or love them, they make the best adjustments in their crafts.
Yeah. Uh, buy, sell. Which coach is going to be on the hot seat? Tom Herman of Texas or Derek Mason of Vanderbilt?
Mm. Since Texas spent all that money to steal U of H's head coach, I got Tom Herman.
I
Derek
agree.
Mason, Derek Mason and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is hit or miss. That's the thing
Mm-hmm.
about Vanderbilt. They give you a little bit of rope to hang yourself. Not by much, since Franklin is doing damn good, especially at Penn State. Shout out to Franklin, but they'll give him a little bit more rope because it's a private institution, and it's harder to recruit at private institutions unless you already have it set up to where like Notre Dame does. Because sometimes every once in a while, a Notre Dame, which is a highly academic standard private institution, they'll get a good recruiting class every once in a while, but they have the best recruiting coordinators from time to time.
Right.
Whereas at Vanderbilt, you don't have that same luxury of getting good recruiting coordinators because it ain't much of a fucking football history being in the SEC and the only private institution in the SEC. Um, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna have a little bit more rope. He might get fired this year. I said if it don't happen this year, it'll definitely happen next year. So Tom Herman is gonna be on the hot seat.
Yeah, I agree. And with this talent that he got, uh, it seemed like he took over Charlie Strong's problems from when Charlie Strong he basically taken over Charlie Strong's team that's still stuck on them ways of old from his last season. So they got a lot of work to do, and it was pretty evident that I watched them when they played Maryland in the opening game. It was evident when they fucked around, got the ass kicked on their home field against Maryland. So yeah, I'm back. Yeah, Tom Herman. Tom Herman is definitely on the hot seat. So it's now or never for him in year two. Because if he don't get it done in year two, then he's out.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's out.
Jumping back on the subject, that is Brandon Spikes, TPO Spikes' younger cousin. He's the younger cousin of TPO Spikes. And an interesting fact
Okay.
about TPO Spikes, he dated T-Boz from TLC.
Yeah, it's Kill. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, and he's still worth $12 million according to networth.com. So, but yeah, Tom Herman is going that ass is gonna be on the hot seat, man. You left the U of H, and we took somebody's head coach. So I mean, that's a risk.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit or miss thing. So
Yep.
it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see. Came out with all these good buy sales. Coaches on the hot seat. Buy sell the most team that will disappoint you this year. Take your pick.
In college
I
football,
got one. Yeah, hold up. I got one. Buy or sell a team that may disappoint you this year. It's an SEC team. Mississippi State or Florida.
mm, Mississippi State have room to be disappointing. So
You
that's a
say
hit.
they what?
Mississippi State has room for disappointment. So that's a motherfucker question right there. God damn, you ain't shit, Craig. What up?
You ain't shit.
But damn, shit. I say Florida because Florida's gonna have to get rid of those slow ass ways that they have. Because with Mississippi State is hit or miss. So Florida
Mm-hmm.
can no hit or miss program. So either you finna do good, you know what I'm saying, or you finna get your ass up out of there. So or
Yep. I'm about Florida because Dan Mullen. I mean, yeah, he was there. He bringing his offensive system back to Florida, and he did say he had to trim some fat. Okay, He had. I'm buying on Mississippi. Well, matter of fact, I'm buying on Florida being the disappointing team this year. I'm selling on Mississippi State being the disappointing team. Here's why I'm selling Mississippi State. They got everybody coming back from last year. Um, Penn State's old offensive coordinator, Joe Moorhead, he's bringing in that James Franklin offense down there too. So he said the players picked up on that real quick, and then he retained the defensive coordinator. And from what I read, they got 11, almost a total of 13 starters coming back on defense and 11 on offense.
But
So
with Mississippi State,
and
they score against Auburn, LSU. Well, LSU, I don't. They're LSU gonna probably be hit or miss.
yeah,
Texas
fuck
A.
them. I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah, so that's a hit or miss. They hit or miss. Mississippi State gonna be hit or miss
Yep.
this
And
year.
look, okay, here's a they got in the opener Stephen F. Austin at Kansas State against Louisiana, at home against Kentucky, at home against Florida, at home against Auburn, at LSU. Then they got two home games with Texas A&M, Louisiana Tech. Then they got Alabama. They go on the road to Alabama, at home against Arkansas. Then they finish the season at Ole Miss. So you're looking at that. Let's see. They'll lose to Kansas State. They'll lose to Kentucky. They'll beat Florida. I think they'll beat Auburn. They'll beat Texas A&M. You're looking at a 3-loss season, 3 or 4 loss season for him. That's why I'm selling on. Cause see, Florida, he got a lot of work to do because he brought all his staff back over what he had in Mississippi State over there to them. So they got a lot of work to do. So I'm bound Florida being pretty disappointing. Not much of a disappointment to the fact that they'll have a losing season, but year zero disappointment. So sorry to put you on the spot there, Jimmy, but I'm gonna agree with you on it. Florida being disappointed in year one. So
Yeah,
yeah, I made the announcement. And we do apologize once again, ladies and gentlemen. I had a tantrum because I wanted episode 20 just to be pretty cool and stuff like that. And shit just happened. So I apologize for that tantrum. And I did say that I was gonna put somebody on Jackass. I had 2 people I wanted to put on Jackass wall. I put President Trump on quote unquote President Trump on the Jackass wall about that shit he said about LeBron. And the clapback that Don Lemon put on his ass, and Don Lemon get my props on that shit. The second person I want to put on the Jackass wall, and this is personal, I'm gonna reverse the initials on their name, LDQ. Y'all figured it out. Well, Jimmy, as you know, my car's down, so I'm trying to save some money to get all that looked at and taken care of, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. So I asked this cunt if they mind taking me to work. Okay, so my schedule changed. I had to be at work at 6. Okay, from 6 in the morning, 2:30 in the afternoon. All right, so and then before we left, this let me be nice. This Lucy the Goo, pussy ass, mama's boy, motherfucker, had the nerve to tell me when we was leaving out at the driveway of our house, and I quote, "You're gonna have to find somebody at your job to come pick you up, and you give them gas because I'm getting tired because I get tired of have to get up early in the morning to take you. I can't do it." Jimmy, I paused right there for a minute because that was the look I gave this young man. And the thoughts that was racing through my mind was, okay, you got your face turned in the right spot. I can easily hit you so fucking hard in your ear, you won't know where you behind your ear, you won't know where you at. So I was just being nice with it. And I just said I got that cup. Now, who the fuck this person would think they was to tell me this shit when they forgot that they motherfucking ass didn't have 2 nickels to rub together to get them a fucking combo meal from Checkers. When they needed me to run in the store, when they needed me to run their ass to the fucking store so they can get what they needed to get with no damn complaints. And you ain't paying no fucking bills here in this house. And you got the fucking nerve to tell me that shit. So when I told his mom about the shit, I would at least think that she would be on my side about that shit. She gonna agree with the man. And I'm like, bullshit. I said, hold on. I said, you know, they ain't doing nothing else. They ain't doing nothing here in the house. But yet, motherfuckers won't criticize me about when I get off of work and talking about I don't do nothing. I ain't supposed to fucking do nothing when I come home. The only thing I'm supposed to do when I come home from work, sit on my ass for a minute, get out my work clothes, take a shower, see what's going on YouTube, or watch a little bit of TV and just chill and be myself. And on the weekends, and especially, man, really, my weekends start when I clock out at 2:30 on Friday, from Friday to Sunday. I ain't supposed to do shit motherfuckers want me to do. I do what the fuck Craig Leonard Smith II does. So, yeah, I'm putting this motherfucking ass in a jackass wall because ain't no fucking way in the world a nigga ain't gonna say some shit, be bold enough to say some shit like that to me, and you ain't fucking working. And there's a saying, a motherfucker always be quick to forget what the fuck they ain't supposed to forget, but what they do, what they ain't supposed to be forgetting, they forget. Or there's something along the line, if you know what I mean. You know, like you know, is it so? Yeah, so I'm just putting his ass and putting him on the fucking jackass wall on that damn shit. Because, you know, he's just wrong for stepping up to me like that. And it just goes to show you, it just lack of fucking home training, lack of tact. Thank God I had a father. Thank God I had a father in my life for that. Show me tact and be respectful toward others. Kill people with kindness. Treat people with a long handled wooden spoon. So, and you know, I'm at age right now, man. You know, hey, I'm too good of a person to be fucking disrespected. I ain't gonna take no disrespect from no little young ass punk, from no female, from an older person that's older than me, or whatever. So yeah, that's all time jackass wall.
I agree. I can't even disagree with you at all on that one though, because that was some sucker hoe shit that he did. I mean, if you ain't got
Well,
money,
they sucker hold themselves. Shit.
yeah, he a bitch. You can't even dispute. That's a bitch move. That's a bitch shit right there. You know.
So and then check this out. So then, okay, they made it so bad, Jimmy. I gave him gas. I put gas in the car. And I asked the man if he mind pick me up at 2:30. So he said, well, if I'm at home, if I ain't doing nothing, yeah, I'll come get you. And if I'm doing something, you're talking about you're just gonna have to be asked out. Now, Jimmy, I'm the type of nigga you cannot anticipate on. You can't stay 2-3 steps ahead on me on something. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I skipped out of work early because you know I had to go to the doc. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I came home. I skipped out around about 12:30. Came home. Came in the house. I made it known. I was here. Now 2:30 came, right? Okay. Round about 1:30, they left to go do something. I guess go get something to eat or whatever.
Right.
So how about around about 3 o'clock, they came on back home. I knew that was gonna happen because I knew he was gonna pick me up. So yeah, I skipped out. I skipped out 2 hours ahead of time and take care of my business and come back home. But my ass had to catch a fucking cab. I didn't catch no Uber because the Uber from my house to my job house. And this cab person I called, she only charged me like 25. Cause she her own business. She like delivery. She licensed bonded. She runs her own shit. She drive a cab and deliver groceries for older people and shit like that. And she charged me 25. So that Friday I had to come out $25 out of my pocket for a cab, and I wasn't gonna come out another 25 again because shit, my ass like, hey, I ain't got money like that, you know. But the point is, if you do some sucker hole shit with me, and if you want to be a sucker hole, I can treat you like one, and I can show you that I'm better than your ass with mind games. Cause I knew the man was gonna pick me up, and I told his mama that. I said I knew you. I said, hey, I knew he wasn't gonna pick me up because hey, he didn't have the butt, Then he. I mean, what type of nigga don't answer his fucking phone when you call and text? It go straight to voicemail. See, and and we deal with suck ass niggas like that, man. Women too.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at one. You gotta look at one thing. They ain't never had. They ain't had no fathers in their life. Look how they was raised. I can't apologize. I don't make no apologies about how I was raised, and I know you don't make any apologies about how you was raised. But everybody has standards. And I'm pretty sure, Jimmy, you've been here. You've been on the earth for 30. You've been on this earth for 35 years. You weren't put here on this earth to be disrespected. You weren't being made a sucker out of, be talked to like a sucker. You was put on this earth to do what Jimmy does best, and people have to respect you for being you. That's the same to go with me. 2 more months, I'll be 40 fucking years old, and I wasn't put on this earth almost 40 years ago to be disrespected, be mistreated by others, and be mistreated by others and shit because you want to pull some sucker hoe ass shit because you want to pull some sucker hoe ass shit that everybody else do. No, not with me. Now we did say on record on one of my live streams, yeah, our parents did some sucker hoe shit. Sometimes they had reasons for doing it, sometimes they didn't. And like I said, I know my pops, God rest his soul, and they ain't talking bad about him. The point, yeah, if he was alive, he'll admit, yeah, he did some sucker hoe shit to the point he didn't give a fuck about how it affected somebody. But yeah, soon point or later, he had to learn how to grow up. But I wasn't raised like that, and certain people like that though, man. You gotta fault the dad. You gotta fault the dads on this shit. You know. So I ain't worried about it, man. Just show you motherfuckers forget who the fuck them went out their way more than anybody else did.
Yeah.
So, and I know I'm not, I know I ain't, and hey, I know I ain't a parent because if that had been my blood son that told me some shit like that, I would have told him, man, hey, turn that fucking car off. And I would have knocked the fuck out of his ass and told him to get his ass back in the house and took myself to work.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't.
I ain't give a fuck. He told mama, and I'd be like, and shit. That my child told me that. He tell me, well, I'm gonna tell mama. Tell mom. She gonna tell you this. She gonna tell you the same fucking thing. Shit. If I was a parent, hey, I wouldn't be strict. I'd be fair as fuck. But you tell me some sucker hoe ass shit, I'll treat your ass like a sucker hoe.
Damn. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you had gave him a fade, he would have deserved it, real talk. Because a dude like that, And shit, you know that. I mean, you know, somebody like your family, man, and that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
What it is, that ain't
Mm.
cool. So it is what it is.
Now, like if I was living in Houston, man, and I know if you need a ride, if you like, hey Craig, you mind getting I wouldn't mind getting up, get my ass up, giving you a ride, dog. If you had to be at work at 5 in the morning, I would tell you, hey Jimmy, I got a late start, bro. I'm coming. You know,
And and,
shit.
and
Or
I'm
whatever.
glad.
I ain't gonna tell you no. Go ahead.
And I'm just thankful. I'm not around fuck niggas like that because I got people here in the H Town, man, that'll give me a ride at the drop of a hat, especially my little young nigga. My boy Vino, who's one of my
Mm-hmm.
supervisors. Shout out to my young nigga Vino. We gonna get some things popping and dropping. I'm gonna tell you about that in the near future. We trying to get something big popping and dropping. You know, I look at him like a little
Okay.
mentor. I mentor the little guy. So, but anytime I ask that dude to take me home, he like, man, no problem, because he stays 10 minutes away, and 10 minutes can be far in Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like anytime I ask him to drop me off at the crib, he's like, man, shit, how soon you need me to drop you off? That's how he is. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey,
got
that's how
like
like
that.
one of my co-workers is. Big shout out to my boy Pat. You know he be late some goddamn time. Hell, we there. You know, shit. And he stay like 10 minutes. He stay like good 10 minutes from me. He'll hit me up and say, "Hey, Craig, I had to get the car started up and this and that because like couldn't get a ride with him this week because he was out of town. He had death in family. My condolences to him. Him and his family in that matter. I mean, shit. I mean, and then have time, I offer the man gas. He'd be like, no, I'm good or whatever, and shit. And it's time like we gotta stop at the store, or whatever. I get the man to drink. Get the man, even though he don't ask for it, I'll get that man to drink or something, a bottle of water or something, or a Coke or whatever. You know, I'm the type. I ain't gonna be, you know, that's like like I said, if I live in Houston, you gotta be at work at 5 o'clock. I ain't gonna mind getting up at like 3:30. And if I stay like 10 minutes from you, yeah, I say, hey man, yeah, I'm on my way, just not getting up or whatever. I ain't gonna tell you no fuck shit when we pull off. Hold on a sec, man. I ain't gonna tell you no shit when we pull off about, man, you gonna have to do this and do that. That violate our friendship, man. I mean, cause I ain't like that.
Yeah, because me personally, you know, I don't be tripping when people tell me no, but I'm glad I got people that can will be like, you know what I'm saying? Well,
Mm-hmm.
I drop you off, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is. It is. I mean, I'm glad I don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people be like, man, you know how to go, man? They'll be like, they'll be like, man, I'll let you take my car. I have people like that, and because at first, when I first came to Houston,
Mm-hmm.
people would be like, man, you need to go to the store real quick. I'll let you take my car. They're like, nigga, I can't drive. And anybody that know your boy Jimmy JSmoove, I'm gonna be working on it because my brother gonna help me out on it. He's gonna help me get my license this year. Once the
Right. There you
slave
go.
once the slave laws get stop making me work all these hours, I'm gonna be going to driving school out here.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's so cool out here in Houston that'll be like, man, you can take my car. I'm like, nigga, I can't drive,
Mm-hmm. There you
nigga.
go. Hey, I got it. Well, this interruption on me. I got to take. Let me get this phone call right quick. Jimmy J filling me in on boxing news and the Willie D situation. Let me get this phone call right quick.
Okay, I got plenty, brother. So just hold tight. Handle your business. But anyway, this is what I still effect to y'all out there. How I do. As well as innovation. Uh, Shout out to Sergey Lipinets. He edged out a close fight in the PBC card on Fox. He did a great job. I think he lost the fight, but it was close enough to where you could make an indisputable fact that he edged it out. So it ain't no issues, no robbery, no robbery. So it is what it is. So congratulations to Sergey Lipinets. What the fuck am I thinking? Another great fight that was on the PBC card. Sir Marcus Brown. Defeated. He defeated. Can't even think of the guy's name. Castillo. He did a great job. Got knocked down, but he came back up and he outboxed the guy. He could have did better, but it is what it is for him. The other fight, Kid Chocolate dominated Jalen Love from the Mayweather TMT team. He straight up dominated him. Now the scorecard was kind of janky, but that Kid Chocolate fight. If that's all, right. Another news as well. Andre Berto edged out Devin Alexander in a close scrap. Uh, Andre Berto got a controversial knockdown in the second round, I think it was. It was a very controversial knockdown, but nevertheless, it was a knockdown. He came back and knocked my boy down, and came back from a knockdown and defeated Devin Alexander. Devin Alexander gave the fight away. He did not win that fight. I wish you motherfuckers on YouTube that's coming on my homeboys from the LDBC page talking that shit, talking about Devin won that fight. No, the fuck he didn't. He got his ass. He got his ass whooped in the second half of that fight. You don't give a fight away like that. That's just the way it is. Another news, Dimitri Bivol edged out a fight against Isaac Chilemba, some would say. Shout out to my homegirl, Beverly Rose. You know what I'm saying? She said Isaac Chilemba wins. So I'm going to take her word for it. She's a very reliable person. Much love to her. Uh, so keep on doing what you're doing, Beverly Rose. And shout out to her for getting 1,000 subs on YouTube as well. If y'all ain't already subscribed to my homegirl, Beverly Rose, I have.
All right, man. I'm back game now.
Beverly, Beverly World is the truth, and she gives great boxing news. In other boxing news, Sergey Kovalev got his ass knocked the fuck out. I loved every minute of this shit. Kovalev,
you got knocked the fuck out.
He got 3 times by a dude who has less than 50% KO rate. Now, if you have over a 50% KO rate, it's a hit or miss thing. Well, 60% is good, 70% is great. Percent is damn good. 90%. Now you just a world beater. But this dude got knocked out. A person with an 80% KO rate got knocked out by a guy who had a 46% KO rate. Got knocked down 3 times. But what happened was, uh, later Alvarez invested into the body shots early and often, and then Kovalev came along around round four to round 6. He rallied throughout those rounds. Now on the scorecard, Sergey Kovalev was leading by 3 rounds. He was leading by 2 rounds on another scorecard. But Isaac, later Alvarez hit him with a straight right hand. The first time he got caught with a straight right hand, got knocked down. Got caught with a left hook and a straight right hand, got knocked down the second time, and then the third knockdown was made the referee waved it off, and he got knocked the fuck down. And this is so special because Sergey Kovalev called black people monkeys years ago.
No, yeah, I remember that.
And guess what, Sergey Kovalev? You got your ass knocked the fuck out by another monkey, goddammit. Since you want to got your ass knocked up, you got your monkey ass knocked the fuck out. And I love every fucking minute of that shit. And I bet you won't call another Negro monkey again. And he went on Instagram crying and shit like that. I love every minute of it. Every once in a while, somebody gets got. In another news, and this is the end of the boxing and MMA news. TJ Dillashaw, the best light heavyweight in history. He a lightweight, I think it's lightweight. I can't even think of his weight class, but he's one of the best at his weight class. TJ Dillashaw knocked another racist motherfucker out, Cody Garbrandt, out in the first fucking round. And I loved every minute. And that's the second knockout loss. His 2 losses are knockout losses. He went on a rant talking this and niggas get no love or some shit like that. And then he want to try to make the excuse about well, I'm hanging around Puerto Ricans and black. I'm like, dude, you should know not to say no stupid shit like that, especially on the internet. Now, granted, some black people will let you get away with it if you cool enough, but you don't go out there in the public and say no stupid ass shit like that. When you get away from your black homeboy, I just recommend you don't say it at all. But if you get away from your homeboy, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. And that's what the fuck happened. And he got his ass knocked out by TJ Dillashaw. Congratulations to TJ Dillashaw on knocking this racist motherfucker out. I think he'll think twice about calling motherfuckers niggas. So with that, we're gonna go back to Craig, live and direct in full effect. What's popping and what's dropping from the 256? Ain't putting up with no shit.
Man, man, damn right ain't putting up no damn shit. No, I didn't get to whoever was it called me. I called him twice and they ain't respond. But I found 2 jokes off my boy. Big shout out to him, old brother Tim Gibbs Facebook page. This man said 2 jokes here. He said he shared somebody's status. Guy by the name of Hugh Hefner said, I quote, "My check is $921. I give my PO 0. What am
I?" That's a tough one, brother.
And one my boy Tim said a real nigga. Well, him one. Yeah, go ahead.
I said that's a good one. That's a good one, dog. So
and here another one from Breadwinner. Motherfucker said my check today was $900 and I sent my girl the whole thing. Now I have $26.75 left. What am I? A damn fool. A simp. A simp ass nigga.
I'm gonna tell you.
Simp.
Let me give you the doubt. Now, back in the day, women did get the whole paycheck. Certain women did. You know what I'm saying? Men was like, hey, you take care of the bills, and women did what they got to do. In 2018, I don't reckon. Now, if you one of those niggas that spend your money like to spend your money, then I think you might need to do that. But if you don't have that problem, just don't do it. I don't recommend you do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Women back in the day handled their business. You gave a woman your whole paycheck back then. Women earned that respect because women wasn't gonna fuck off no damn money. You fucked off a man's money back in the day, you got your ass whooped. You know, like the bills ain't paid. What you been doing, ho? and they'll be, man. I've heard stories. I mean, I've talked to the old school. I've heard stories about dudes beating the shit out their wife, and she ain't. I remember one time it was an old school cat. He was a respectable man, and he said he was a woman until he got with his wife. And the reason why he hit her because she fucked off his money, and she ain't never did that shit again. He said he ain't never had to hit her again. So I mean, and I'm not recommend you guys don't be abusive, but damn, I kind of feel the guy to a degree. You know, somebody fuck your money off. I'm kind of with him on that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Oh yeah. But hell yeah, I ain't, you know. You know, I ain't never had to do that shit. You know, girlfriend or attached to whatever, you know, whatever. I ain't never had to do that shit. Like when I had my money, that was mine. I did everyone come with my face all the time, telling me I need to get my hair. I need $100. I need $200 to get my hair done. That's shit. I need $200 to get my bill paid. So now what?
Yeah, I mean, if
coming on me with that shit.
Oh yeah. Now if a guy have a bad.
Now if you working, goddamn it, don't go like that. Now one of my exes, I mean, when I did security and work for FedEx. I mean, I did give her a little something. I mean, I said, hey, she was working. Yeah. Now, if you ain't working, you ain't your motherfucking ass worried about putting $200 in your motherfucking head. You ain't got no goddamn job. You better keep it moving. That's how I would back then, man. You better keep that shit, man. You better keep the motherfucking moving. Fuck, I look like giving you $200 for I'm living with my folks and shit, and you walk around with my $200 on your head. You ain't got no job. You know.
Yeah, now back in the day, like when I was living with my ex-girlfriend, that was extremely temporary. I told her, I gave her my ATM card, but she wouldn't spend any. But I'm gonna tell you, she wouldn't spend. She was good about hers because she know I would have whooped her goddamn ass if she had spent any more than what I told her. I told her get $200. So yeah, she didn't take from me. No, at all. I let her know. I'm like, bitch, you take anything that what you gonna take. Now, if you want something, you better let me know off GP because I will whoop your ass about my goddamn money. I didn't told her just like that shit, but she didn't. She never had to been in a position. We had other issues and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
when I gave her that ATM card, I'm like, hey, don't spend all this motherfucker. My shit is zero. We finna have you finna have a zero upside your goddamn head. Shit. But she was
Like
good about it.
what?
She was
Yeah,
good
that's
about
why I
that.
said man, last like I said, the last girl I mean, I had several good ones, man. I mean, shit, as long as they worked or whatever. I mean, yeah, I gave some, but like I said, they the one that came to me talking about some she need $200 and shit for her motherfucking hair. And she had like two small kids. I'm like, man, you better get the fuck out of my face. And then uh I was living on McMillan at the time. I ain't gonna say no names. So then she gonna put the word out on the street about something, gonna spread some little bad shit about me and shit. And then she didn't think the motherfucker that she told it to, it wasn't gonna get back to me about what she said. So old boy told her, I said, man, you think, say, man, Craig, you think Craig, he said, man, you try to get Craig kicked out of his house. I said, what that nigga look like giving you $200 to put in your damn head? You got two kids you need to feed, and this man live with his moms and pops. He ain't got no business with his mom and pop. He grown. He's a shit. He said, hey, I live with my mom's and pops. I contribute.
Yep.
Long as he said shit, long as I'm working, that's all that matters. Hell, you just said you just hate it because Craig just a real nigga. A real nigga you can't deal with. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, man.
So she got mad. She got mad about this shit. When no boy came back and told me about it, I said, man, I said, man, I don't care. I said, hey, I'm working. I go to work every day. Every other Friday, I go up there and get my haircut. I get my bill, and I get my hot wings. He said, damn right. He said, that's how Craig is. You watch your wrestling. You ain't got to worry about going to work on Saturday. Nothing. I said, man, I'm to myself. That's how I am.
And you still
So,
watch wrestling, don't you?
huh?
You still watch wrestling, don't you?
I don't watch this new shit now. I
Yeah.
don't watch this new. I don't watch this. I don't watch this new shit now. If I do, I'll be watching all the old shit. So,
Yeah. Cause
because it's garbage now.
it didn't got extremely too predictable at this point. Uh, it got extremely too predictable. But I would watch it every once in a while, but nah.
Mm-hmm.
I know the dude that helped me set up my snowball and stuff like that. He watches it still, but he's a
Yeah,
nigga. I expect that of him, so it is what it is.
I don't watch this new shit. It's like so, so shit. But man, anything like that before we sign off?
Oh man, absolutely great show, man. In spite of what
Yep.
earlier, you know what I'm saying. We had to make some adjustments and stuff like that, but I'll tell you more about it all.
Yeah.
For the most part, man, we got it back on track with no slack, so we became the max. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
out here. So even because there's times where I'm off track on my live stream, but we're gonna get it back track. I didn't did damn
Mm-hmm.
near a live stream, so we're gonna get it on track and we're gonna be the max. So it is what it is.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I'm glad you had me again. Respect to the show, man. And like I say, guys, if you're listening and you're not subscribed to Craig, man, you slipping, baby. So go on and subscribe to my boy
Yeah.
Craig Smith, man, and let's get that man. Let's get the likes up, man. If you watching, man, smash that like button. If you're the only person in this mug, smash the like person. If you're the 100th person in this mug,
Mm-hmm.
like button,
Smash the like button.
smash the like button, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, man, that's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have nothing much else, but episode 21, man. I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna have to think on that on the fly. What I'm gonna talk about on that. But yeah, we did. Yeah, we did rebound. from earlier make this, kind of make the show pretty good, pretty, very possible. So, um, with that being said, and like you said, Hall of Fame speeches is good, and you didn't have a chance to catch it on ESPN or NFL Network. Look it up on, yeah, they're up on YouTube. That's why I say I highly recommend you guys check out Brian Dawkins' Hall of Fame speech. It was good, and like I said, I admit it almost made me made me shed a tear, man. It was one of the speeches, man. It gave you chills and wanted to cry at the same time. It was that damn good. So, well, other than that, man, episode 21, just gonna be counting down more of the college football season. Just hope we're gonna have a good season. And like we said, we ain't and starting that next month. We may talk about some NFL games from here on out, but kind of a rundown on some of the shows. I know next month I'm going to be talking about October 3rd, 2017. October 3rd, 2017, and October 14th, 2017. And that show, Jimmy, I'm going to detail the happenings of because October 3rd was the day my father passed away.
Okay, most definitely.
And there was some inner and the aftermath of that, the heat, the aftermath that I took from that and at the funeral. Believe me, that's gonna be a must listen because I have to get that together. So that may be a two-parter. That may be a two-parter there, but it's gonna be enlightening as to what really went down and how some people felt. No, during in the aftermath of my pops' death, when he died on the 3rd, and how things was handled. Let's just say I wasn't happy. I get into great detail about that. Let's just say I wasn't happy with how my mom was handling certain funeral arrangements and stuff like that, and how I had to put several family members in and put their ass in check when it came to me. So that's gonna be a future episode. I ain't saying it's gonna be on that day, but sometime next month, people, I'm gonna talk about it.
Also,
because it's gonna.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
project as well. I'll be ready because people don't realize how funerals can get ugly and shit like that. So, and got to understand, and this is the black people into particular, and other groups of people, but black people are world famous for this. But know how to conduct yourself at a funeral. Certain questions, sometimes you just don't need to ask at a funeral. Wait till the funeral is over with or people mourn, then ask them. If you feel like you might say something wrong, usually you are saying something wrong. Like my sensei in my martial art class always told me, your first mind is your best mind. So with that being said, I'll be to actually hearing stuff like that because I didn't see the worst at funerals. So you know, so anything else?
But I'm gonna tell you this: the funeral. Okay, the funeral was good, but it was just some heat on my family side, man, that I didn't need. And I'm really gonna get into that because I'm gonna say this: I'm gonna piss some people off on this podcast. It's not my intention, you know. And let me say on these podcasts here, the views and opinions expressed by myself and Jimmy JSmoove are not intended to piss people off. We tell them like it is. Fewer questions, we give honest answers, and they're not offended by it. I've had some good feedback on the show, but when I talk about this in detail, I am not. I may piss some people off, and I may piss some family members off that hear it, and I'll say this: I won't care. I know it's in the past, but it's been a lot. You know, so I've been told just kind of like keep some shit on the wraps, but I can't let it go too long because it's the anniversary of my pop's death coming up, and I feel I'm gonna have to air it out the 3rd and the 14th. And you know what pissed me off the most about it, man. You know, Mom's had put his funeral on my birthday. So and I was real pissed off about that. So but other than that, man, on behalf of Jimmy JSmoove, who represents the 832, y'all know how he do. If you check out his page and check out his page if you haven't. It's the Jimmy JSmoove Network here on YouTube. And once again, my name is Craig Smith, born and raised in 773, relocated to 901. And patience is getting very thin, but trying to make it here in the 256. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, episode 21. Next week, topics we don't know. We out.
Most deaf.
All right.